Hello guys, and today we continue your favorite, my favorite Russian geography lessons when we discover more about the locations inside the Russian Federation based on the destructions of the legitimate military targets there. Traditionally, most of the materials are provided by the brave Ukrainian drones, and today they were working hard in Engels of Saratov region, destroying their military airfield and targeting their huge oil refinery again. But according not just to some rumors, which I've been hearing for a long period of time, but a report from the Institute for the Study of War, it may be that the Ukrainian regular army entered Belgorod region of the Russian Federation. I don't think that is a very big operation, something similar to the Kursk offensive, but this is a good move towards the creation of the buffer zone between Ukraine and the evil empire, and most importantly, another proof that Russia can and will be defeated. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see the collapse of the Kremlin, subscribe, we will witness that together. So let's start with this very vivid news. You can check it online, and these are explosions and detonations in Engels. Oh my God, Russians still name their cities according to the leaders of the communist movement. And yes, Engels is named after Friedrich Engels. Do not believe when people say that communism, Soviet Union is in the past. Putin is working hard to recreate it. And no, Russia is not the country of traditional values, just the country. So the Ukrainian drones have visited Engels tonight, and they had a lot of legitimate objects to work on. First of all, this is their huge oil refinery. It is located close to the front lines and one of the vital for the supply of the Russian military machine. It detonated, lots of videos, lots of bad words from the Russians who were filming it, but traditionally only the legitimate objects were targeted. Another important location visited by the Ukrainian drones is a military field nearby. As you can guess, like oil refinery, military airfield, they were backing up each other, but for a certain period of time they will be paralyzed. And it always means more innocent lives saved. Because just today in the morning, Russia targeted a big Ukrainian regional center, Kropyvnytsky, and since the start of the full-scale invasion, this was their largest attack on this city. So no, Putin does not want peace. All he wants is to trick Trump, to pretend that he is negotiating, to legitimize his war crimes, to return back to this global politics, and at the same time keep targeting Ukrainian civilian infrastructure and keep killing Ukrainian people. We should not accept that, and I hope that active people, videos like this, will remind the world Russia is the aggressor and Russia must pay for its crimes. Just for a second, imagine what is better, to live in the world where Ukraine is victorious or to live in the world where Russia wins. Can you imagine a cascade of what crimes and wars that will bring? I don't want to think about that, so please like these videos and share if you share my opinion. This is very important. And it was also important that while explosions continued on these legitimate military objects, Russians had to close their airfields and airports, like the one in Saratov, the one in Samara, which are near this corridor of the drone movement. And this is a very vivid reminder to the Russians what war is. Once again, they are not hurt, they simply have this inconvenience of a wartime. In Ukraine, it has already become our normal. Unfortunately, you can see a very vivid difference between what Russians target in Ukraine and what Ukrainians, even after these years of violence and crimes they commit on our motherland, we still choose only legitimate targets: oil refineries, military objects, and so on and so forth. For Putin, this is a great problem, and that is why he did not accept the ceasefire on the ground, the idea of Donald Trump, but he begged for the ceasefire on the energy infrastructure objects. I don't know when will that be signed, what effect that will have, but we gotta use this moment. Please subscribe to the channel, that's important. Demonstrate your solidarity with Ukraine. This means a lot. And also remember to subscribe to my new channel where I speak more about the challenges of the civilian life in times of the big war, and I connect the link to the channel here. I've had the first video there about the first days of war, how we were worried for the connection, internet, looking for shelters. Do check it, and tomorrow there will be a new video, so please subscribe and follow the updates on the channel. And we follow the updates of the Institute for the Study of War. That is a trustworthy analytical organization that speaks about the presence of Ukrainian regular army in the Belgorod region. That is another Russian region that borders with Ukraine, that borders with Sumy region and with Kursk region. So this seems very, very realistic. Personally, I don't think this is a big operation, something that we witnessed in August when the Kursk offensive began. But this may be a very smart move of the Ukrainian armed forces, first to distract all these hundreds of thousands of Russian soldiers that want to amass in Kursk region, backed up by North Korean soldiers. And oh my God, this is so wrong that the world simply swallowed this kind of information. The United States, the European Union, they simply accepted that, okay, Russia has North Korean soldiers. But when talking about the European peacekeepers in Ukraine, they say, no, no way. I am sorry, you already have soldiers of a different country, of a different nuclear country on your front lines. So what are you to ban us? I am happy that more and more people speak about this Russian absurdity, that no one will listen to what Putin wants. He does not have a right of veto inside the civilized democratic world. So according to this Institute for the Study of War, according to Telegram channel, some that I follow, there are rumors that some units of the Ukrainian army are now in Belgorod region, moving deeper inside the Russian Federation, once again reminding the world and demonstrating everyone, including the American president, Russia can be defeated, and actually it is super vulnerable. It is prepared to rape, loot, destroy outside Russia, but it is totally unprepared to protect its borders, to protect its oil refineries or military airfields. We see it is a total failure. And if China, if Iran or North Korea did not help it, Russia would lost long ago. So it's super important to remain united, not to betray each other, and you will see the collapse of the Kremlin sooner than you expect. The plan is to build this very useful buffer zone, gray zone, but not on the Ukrainian side as Russia wants, but on the Russian side, because I am sorry, all the evil comes from there. And this gray zone, hey, can protect Ukrainian territories, Ukrainian border control from their artillery, from various evil things that they can do on a daily basis, from their drones. And I think this is a great idea. If we manage to develop this like gray zone near Sumy, near other regions that unfortunately geographically border Russia. Right now, the mission is quite successful in Kursk and Belgorod. Maybe we will hear more. Let me know, would you like a separate video about that in comments below, and I will try to find more information. Also, let me know if you're free this Saturday for a live. We have some changes in the schedule and I decided to have one after another. So let me know if you're available this Saturday, our traditional time, 9 p.m. Kyiv. Thank you so much for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons and sponsors of the channel. This means a lot, and this gives more opportunities to film and most importantly to launch this new channel that I am so excited about, and I hope you will support. I will leave the link to it also as a pinned comment. Remember to subscribe to my Instagram, X, Blue Sky, Threads, and Discord. Check our merch shop, the link is in that description. We have a lot of good t-shirts, sweatshirts, caps, pillowcases, whatnot, and stickers that work well as reminders and conversation starters about Ukraine, and we need that. We need that a lot. Because even when politicians make wrong moves, when they are influenced by some evil propaganda, people can change a lot. They react to people's reaction. So if you can call your representatives, if you can peacefully and beautifully demonstrate your support for Ukraine, this means a lot. And actually, this saves real lives. I am sure, I'm not exaggerating, that some of your actions taken during the course of this war have already saved lots of Ukrainian lives. Thank you for that. Slava Ukraini!